Hello, my name is Sid Levy, and I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a marketing communications professional. One of the things that most people can't relate to is I lived in LA, Buffalo, and Tampa, Florida. Went to three high schools. My dad moved around a lot for his job, not military. He worked for Equitable Life Insurance and kept being promoted and moved around. So that ability to adapt and work with different people and work with people from different backgrounds helped me tremendously way before I got to college. Because where I grew up and where I was raised was in Inglewood, California, which is a pretty rough area. Although we had a good life, but you never know what could happen around the corner. There were a lot of gangs, and I just kept focused on different things I was working on. My mother was a teacher for Inglewood High School when I was a student there, and the opportunity for me was just to focus on grades and focus on school. And so when I moved from Inglewood to Buffalo, I went from a school that was 99% African American to where I was one of two African American kids in my school in Buffalo. So that was like the big transition for me, where I learned how to adapt with different cultures and work with people from different backgrounds. So that kind of led me down a different path. For me, I define success, I have an interesting view of it, because it's not about money and it's not about power. For me, it's about the friends that you have and the connections that you have, and how you're able to leverage those connections to help yourself and to help the people that you know well. So very important for me is like networking. I learned that very early on, like who you know and how you could potentially need that person's help, and humility, because there's a lot of times for me, not being afraid to do what you have to do, get your hands dirty, and no job is below what you are willing to take on, because you never know who's watching you. And always do the right thing, even when you don't know when someone's watching you. So those three things alone, for me, define success.